Hey little sloths, what's going on? I love mozzarella sticks so much, and I'm about to fry these babies up in the kitchen. Please give this video a thumbs up right now, ding, and click that bell for notifications, because I'm here making new videos every single day. Almost everyone gets off the bus. All of a sudden, the bus takes off. The woman behind me says, I know English. I'm like, and she was an old granny. I'm like, what does granny know English? I mean, the kids don't even know English. What does granny know English for? It just felt like home for me. He gets really, really angry. We jump out the window of a moving bus. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I'm still alive, but I did. Why do people make something that's not about them all of a sudden about them? That's why I can't stand vegans. Bombs drop from the sky. Pew, pew. I am wet. I am bloody. And all of a sudden the car exploded. And it's so funny because I went to sleep these. Oh look, Noodle made holes in my shirt. Mr. Noodle. True love. Anyways, I'm gonna show you step by step how to make mozzarella sticks the Sonic way. I went on the internet and I Googled the way they make it, and guess what? It's no different than any other place, really. The only difference that I know about Sonic is that they add extra oil, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's very, very oily when you eat it. There's Orlin with his Snapchat filters. You're gonna need some mozzarella cheese. I can't say it the Italian way, mozzarella. You need some eggs, probably more than this. You're gonna need some flour, some oregano or Italian spices. You're gonna need some breadcrumbs and some flour. Oh, I already said flour. And you're gonna need 3 separate bowls, one for the egg, one for the breadcrumbs, and one for the flour. The first step is to take your mozzarella cheese and we're gonna slice it. Cheese is actually very hard to cut. I don't know if you guys know that. So what we're gonna do with your block of cheese is cut it into like little planks. All right, press it down just like this. This might be even a little too big. We'll see. All right, here we go. Here's a plank. Planking down. Here are my planks. So now that we have our planks, all we're going to do is cut them in. So these are kind of wide. So what I'm going to do is make them into thirds. So just like this. Can you guys see? All right, that's what I'm doing. So look, each plank makes 3 sticks. This. Now we're gonna whisk some eggs. So crack these things open carefully. Oops. I almost cracked it into the garbage. I don't know what my brain was thinking. Okay, here's 1 egg. Here's 2 egg. Third. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of water, you know, just some water. You could use cream, but we don't have that here. Or you could add milk too. So this is a whisk. You guys know what whisks are. And we're gonna whisk our eggs. This here says, I love negro, which means black. I love black pepper. And we're also gonna add some grill spice. Just a little bit, you know. Regular all-purpose flour, nothing fancy, and I'm gonna open it up. Now you technically can buy like flavored flour, is that even such a thing? That's what I saw on the internet, but I don't really agree with that. We just need a little flour, right? So just pour some flour to the side. This here is my dog bowl, hashtag dog bowl. This is also just generic breadcrumbs. Oh, that's what I meant. Don't use flavored breadcrumbs. Flavored flour, what was I thinking? There's no such thing. So we're probably gonna definitely use all these breadcrumbs. To give it that nice Italian-like flavor that Sonic does, they add oregano, dehydrated oregano, to their breadcrumbs. I'm also gonna add a little pepper. This step is optional. This here is queso parmigiano. That means cheese of Parmesan. You can have freshly grated dry Parmesan cheese or shredded from the bag. I'm just gonna add a little bit. You can mix it around with your hand because you will be using your hands. So you guys, by the way, this is a very messy recipe. I'm making room here because I just realized this is not gonna, no, I need a little more. So we're gonna do one more plank. First, stick it into the flour and you use your dry hand. This is your dry hand on the left. Now the right hand's gonna be your wet hand. So your wet hand is gonna carry it from here to here. Now you have to use your dry hand for this. Use your dry hand because you want your dry hand and wet hand separate. Okay, let's stick it back into here. Switch my hands. Look at me, I'm so talented. And stick it into here. I did it! And I actually changed the tray because that wasn't large enough. Okay, you guys, I have like 20 mozzarella sticks. Oh yeah. And we're gonna put them into the freezer. Make sure it's nice and flat. You don't want anything coming out. Fun part's over, you guys. So just let that sit in there, like I said, for 3 hours. Now we have to clean the kitchen. So I'm gonna clean up all this mess, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the mukbang room when I'm ready. No, actually no, I'll show you what it looks like when it's coming out of the freezer. Yeah. It's time to, it's actually been like 4 hours. Ooh. I went to sleep at 2 p.m. I just woke up, it's now 6:30. Now we have some vegetable oil. This here is canola oil, healthy oil, omegas, yay. Okay. We are placing them onto this thing. This is for frying food. You can do like 4 or 5 at a time. Ooh. my god. Yeah, wow, they like turned black. Oh my god, that was so quick. Oh my god, so they literally go in for like 5 seconds. Fry with a non-stick pan. We used a non-stick pan and literally after 5 seconds, they turned out like that. That's a little too dark. We want them to be like golden brown, and these have been here for almost a minute, and they still haven't turned anywhere near as the ones down there. So do not use a non-stick pan for frying. We had no idea. Also gonna make some tomato sauce. I'm gonna use this thing here, bolognese. I think that's how you say it, bolognese. And it's like spaghetti sauce, but I'm gonna use it to dip my mozzarella sticks in. So greasy. So tasty. Honey, yes. Oh my god. Huh. So good. I will get to my story time, I promise. I just, oh. Oh God. Oh. Oh my god, just get out of here. Just stop it. Stop. No. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. You don't know how good this is. I don't think you know. I don't think you know. Oh my god. It tastes just like Sonic. It's so oily. Oh, greasy. This sauce is great too. Oh. Are you ready? Look at the cheese already coming out of this one. Oh my god. Oh yeah. It's like noodles. It's like eating noodles, really. Oh. Oh. My first having soda in weeks. Guys, I'm not a soda drinker, but today is an occasion. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Oh. I should have made more. Lord bless me in every way. Oh my God. Oh. Ooh. Of course I spilled some gum. Wouldn't be me if I didn't spill it, right? That's kind of way more acting. Oh my God, this is just so good. So good. I just can't tell you how good this is. Oh, no string pull. You guys, this is why I've been eating fast. I think we're done with the string pulls, yeah. We're done. We can take these things off. It's time to talk about my crazy story time. We're 8 minutes in. Well, I think you guys enjoyed that because a lot of times I chit-chatter, baksa. And you guys are just like, Nick, this is an eating show, not a therapy session. Shush. Excuse me. It was the soda, I swear. I rarely burp, you guys know that. Look at the bubbles coming out. Do you know soda can be used to clean rust off nails? I'm so happy. And we have the, these ones. Sorry. It got very crunchy. Like 30 seconds, let's try it. The outside tastes like burnt. You guys, I had no idea. Frying stuff in a non-stick pan will make your food black. No one ever taught me that. Wow. These, oh, for the recipe. You fry these for like 3 or 4 minutes, like 3 minutes at least. This was literally 20 seconds. I'm like, Orland, they're black, they're done. Okay, so thank you for being here. Thanks for clicking on this video. I have a little story time for you. So it's currently like 7 p.m., right? I made these this morning at like, I don't know, 10:30, 11. So this morning I had some fruit. And then I got really hungry again, because you guys know if you eat fruit, it's not really a meal. I got really hungry in like an hour or two, so then I had a huge banana smoothie. Because I was planning on having chickpeas and hummus and a tortilla wrap and everything. But my banana smoothie knocked me out. So I was like, okay, the last thing that was, well, I don't want to show you what people were saying to me, but 2:23 was the last time I looked at my phone. I woke up at like 6:30, and I was like, because I was sleeping on the floor in my office, and, excuse me, very comfortable, excuse me, oh, no more soda. And I look outside, the room is dark. When I went to sleep, it's still light. The sun sets at 6 p.m. here, by the way. So it had been a half hour of darkness, and I was like, what the heck? So anyways, I woke up and I was a little freaked out because I had a crazy dream. Let me tell my crazy story time. I said it was too good to be true, too crazy to be true. Well, that's the thing. It was a dream. Now, usually when you first wake up, you remember your dream like, ooh, I was just at a roller coaster. I was just clipping Granny's toenails. I was just playing with dog poop with my first grade teacher in the middle of a basketball field with Donald Trump looking over in a helicopter, and Lady Gaga did the, just like crazy stuff with crazy people. Well, I'm gonna tell you about my crazy mine. So, what happened? Oh, so this is what happened. Orland put me on the bus to go to the Capitol. Now, you guys know, well, actually, no one knows where we live, that's fine. But we don't live in the Capitol, you guys know that part. And so he put me on a long nighttime bus or whatever to go to the Capitol. And I was picking up another YouTuber from the airport. They decide to come down to Columbia to visit us and hang out and do videos and just experience something different. And I was like, ooh. I'm full. He put me on the bus and said, I'll pick you up when you return. I was basically taking the bus to Bogota, the capital, taking a taxi to the airport, picking up my YouTuber friend, taking a taxi back to the bus station and coming straight back home. Well, this is what happened. I remember I was on the bus and it was very, very crowded. And all of a sudden, you know, we've been driving for another, I don't know, a couple hours. It's hard to know in your dream, but it pulls over to a gas station. And I'm thinking, oh, potty break, gotta fill up the tank, whatever. And everyone gets off and the driver starts saying stuff like, tomate, azúcar, which means tomato, sugar. So I'm thinking, like, oh, he's listening to stuff to get here at the rest stop. So almost everyone gets off the bus. And I'm sitting there, and there's only 3 people on the bus. There's a lady, an old lady behind me. Someone was next to me and then they left. There's like no one on the bus. And a little bit of time goes by. I'm just minding my business. I'm not thinking of anything of it. I'm like, they're gonna all come back on the bus and we're gonna keep on driving to the destination. Well, all of a sudden, the bus takes off. I don't know why I didn't say anything, but here's the problem. I don't know what to say. This is a dream, but it's also a true story in actuality. If I were to, this is probably very bright for your eyes. Let's show the wonderful bricks. Yay. If I were to take a bus somewhere, I mean, I don't know any Spanish. So anyways, we're driving and I'm just like thinking, we're gonna turn back and get all those other people, right? Or maybe they just all wanted to quit. They're like, nah, we changed our mind. We're gonna stay at the gas station in the middle of nowhere. And so finally, I start saying stuff to myself in my head or maybe out loud, and the woman behind me says, I know English, I hear you. I'm like, oh, and she was an old granny. I'm like, what does granny know English? I mean, the kids don't even know English. What does granny know English for? No one speaks English in this country. I think I've met one person, just one, in 2 years of living here that can have a conversation with me. And I'm not saying to be critical. This is their country, their language, I'm the weirdo. They're probably saying, get out of my country. You know, so I'm very respectful, you know. I know I'm in their land. So anyways. And I say, I'm supposed to be going to Bogota. I have to pick up someone. Where are we going? She goes, oh, we're going to Paradise. And then all of a sudden a man pops up next to me on the seat on the bus and says, yes, Paradise. I'm like, where'd you come from? And I remember telling her, no. I'm not supposed to go to Paradise, and I know where that is. That's kind of where, like an hour away. Orlin grew up in like the valley of Colombia, and so I went there once, and it was very scary. But Paradise is like a national landmark. If you type in El Paraíso, Colombia, it's a national landmark. You know, people from Spain came over, they built this house on the top of the hill, and you can see the whole valley. It's remarkable. The pictures don't do justice. That's kind of gross to look at. I don't know what's worse, blinding your eyes or looking at stains. Let's do half and half, 50-50. So I says, I can't go there first. I said, hablo no español, I don't know how I'm gonna get around. And I also know it's not this, you know, the safest, it's not. So I was just like, I can't, no. And she was like, it's too late. And all of a sudden the bus stopped again, and up pops this man to collect tickets. In Colombia, it works like this. So you either pay for your ticket at the bus stop, or if it's weird. You have to, I can't even explain it. Basically, a man will always come up on the bus to collect the money and do the ticket thing after the bus has been driving for a few minutes. They don't do it right before you get on the bus. So you can pop on any bus, not pay, and then, well, actually, no, you can't, because they'll shoot you. So if you just run away, no. But I'm just saying, like, technically, if you want to jump out the window, you got a free two mile ride, right? They don't do that. The windows are so tiny on the buses. Anyways, so up comes the man to collect the money. And he's like, Paradiso. He's like, Paradise. I'm like, why is that the destination? I want to go. I want to go to the capital. And he looks at me, and I say cuando, which means how much, and he says something which I didn't understand. And I'm just like, okay, so he said a number. Let's just give him a large bill and let him give me change, because I don't know what he said. You guys, the scary part about this dream is that this is actually how it would play out if it was in real life. I almost woke up in tears. I'm kind of getting emotional right now thinking about it. So I just gave him some money, and he gave me change, and all of a sudden, he disappears, and the bus starts driving again. And all of a sudden, I look out the window, and I'm in Pennsylvania. You guys, I grew up near Harrisburg. Next to Harrisburg is Lancaster County. Lancaster, some people call it Lancaster, which is fine. It is known as being the richest soil on the East Coast of the United States. The best crops, the best vegetables, corn and wheat, and that's Amish land. And if you know anything about the Amish, I grew up next to the Amish, and they're very simple people, and you know, they keep to themselves. They're not like other religions where they kind of hassle you. you know, trying to do a 7-step way to heaven and like knocking on doors, and they keep to themselves, really. And that's what I really respect about them. And one of the cool things is that they happen to be, at least in Pennsylvania, located in like a place where they have great soil. Anyway, so I'm looking out the window of this bus, and all of a sudden I see the cute little rolling hills of Pennsylvania in Amish land. And I see the barn, the traditional standard big barn houses. I see Amish people in their little bonnets and their aprons selling, what are they selling? Oh, soft pretzels. And they're selling whoopie pies and fresh, crisp apples. Oh my God, I miss my house. I think it was a scary dream for me because it could be true. So, you know, it just brought back, you know, that's what I grew up with. That was the whoopie pies and the soft pretzels and the soft rolling hills and the cows and the barns. It just felt like home for me. And I'm like, this is not where we're, you know, this is not El Paraíso or whatever. This is not whatever they said. This is Pennsylvania. How did I get here? Can you guys see me? How did I get here? What's going on? And I turned back to the lady who spoke English. I'm like, please, I can't go here. I have to go pick up a YouTuber. She's waiting for me. And she's like, okay. And so she speaks to the driver in Spanish, and he gets really, really angry. You know, and I'm like, oh no. And all of a sudden the bus stops and we fly out the window. She pulls me by the shirt and we fly out the window. We jump out the window of a moving bus. Okay? I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I'm still alive, but I did. The next thing you know, we're inside of an old, abandoned, rundown, like I felt like we were in a junkyard on the side of the road. There's just this old bus kind of chopped in half, like it got blown up in a bomb or something. And so half the bus was chopped in half, so, you know, the light was coming through. But we just went and we sat on the seat. Me and this little old lady, we're just sitting Indian style on the seat. And I said, what was he so angry about? And she says, he didn't like that you were gay. He said that you were an abomination to God. You didn't have a right to ask for questions because you're not living in a good way, all this kind of stuff. And I was just like, and I remember saying to her, I said, why do people get so affected by someone else loving someone else? Like, it won't affect how they wake up. It won't affect how they make money. It won't affect how they put food on the table. It won't affect their entertainment by turning on the TV and playing video games and going out with friends to the bar. It doesn't affect, like, why do people make something that's not about them all of a sudden about them? Who I love has nothing to do with you. And whether I'm in love with a rock, a stick, a pebble, or a boy, it does not affect you. And so I got really angry, but also was just like, well, of course I would never say anything in real life because, you know, you don't want to mess with people. Let them believe their thing. And growing up, no, aside from the dream, growing up, I really believed that you could force people to do things. I know that sounds terrible, but you know, I was 14, 15, 20, 19, 21. You know, I was vegan and everything. I thought everyone had to be the same way. And I was just like, people should be forced to do this. But now I've learned that that is the worst way to inspire anyone to change or even respect you. And for some reason, I couldn't wrap my head around how that made sense. Now it makes perfect sense. I believe, in the law of attraction. People will decide to open their hearts if you're kind about it. That's why I can't stand vegans a lot of the time, you know, because I was like that. I did that for so many years. I was told to do that. I started watching videos when I was 17 years old and just got brainwashed into thinking that people who ate meat were bad, you know? Like, I was a teenager when I went through that whole journey, and so I've really grown out of that, and I'm just I'm so thankful because I'm not sorry to pick on the vegans again, but I'm not picking on the ones that do that, not all, right? Just like Christians, the ones that are the holy rollers, and like the man on the bus, he was probably Christian or Catholic or whatever, and he was saying, well, it's wrong because this says so in this book, so I hate you now, even though I've done nothing to you, you know? People like that, it's just so, and you can't, you can't force people to be something they're not, and you can't force change in any way. It never ends well, ever. The most extreme cases are Stalin murdering hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians and Russians. The next example is Hitler murdering hundreds of thousands of people because of their beliefs. It never ends well. It never works, right? So anyways, we're sitting on this like war zone bus in the middle of Amish country, which I just had driven to from South America. And I'm like, okay. So we're sitting there and all of a sudden, bombs drop from the sky. And oh my God, it was so scary. The lady went flying out in front of me. It like hit, so imagine like a seesaw. Here's the bus, and the bomb or something hit this side, and the bus went like this. I was on this side, so I kind of went backwards, and she went flying up. She was like 70, 60 years old. This cute little lady singing Indian style, and she's like, and she flew up into the sky. And I know it sounds a little comical, but I got sad because I couldn't find her. Everything turned gray. There was ashes. It would look like raining paper. Like someone takes a piece of paper, rips it up, and lets it float down the sky. You know? Ashes, rain, cloudy, scary. And now I'm all alone. And I remember breaking down into tears. And I was just sitting on the side of the road, and out comes an Amish people on they're riding a horse, and they have a carriage, right? They don't use electricity. They don't believe in driving cars, if you've never heard of the Amish. Children, this is a children's show, it's to learn. Okay, so they don't use electricity, which is pretty amazing considering how much they've accomplished without, I mean, haven't we all back in the day before electricity was invented? Whatever. You know, if something happens to the electricity grids throughout the world, the only people who are going to be okay and comfortable with it are the Amish, because they're like, bitch, we got this, we've been doing this forever, look at you, straight. You don't even know how to wash your clothes, and the bucket, you know, they're gonna be laughing at us. They're prepared, we're not. Anyways, so here comes this courage, and I'm bawling and I'm crying. I am on the side of the road, I am wet, I am bloody, and I say, help me, someone help me. And they pull on over, and I see the man in the front seat, and it's Orlin. But it's not. You know, sometimes when you have dreams and you see, it looks like someone you know, but it's not quite, but it's like they got reincarnated or something, or it's like their body double, or it's their twin on the other side of the road. And it was Orlin. And he had his beautiful smile and his brown eyes, and he was wearing a bonnet, even though I know that's for women. And he had this beard, and so, but I knew it was him because I saw his eyes, and I said, Orlin, where am I? What happened? How did I get here? And so I got into the carriage, and all of a sudden the car exploded, and I woke up. That was my dream. And I woke up to pillows next to me. And it's so funny because I went to sleep, these pillows were not next to me. And when I woke up, I was just like, how these go? And then I'm like, you know, getting my bearings. I'm like, okay, that was a dream. And I'm looking around like, it's nighttime. Oh my God, when did I go to sleep? And all of a sudden, Orlin walks into the room, and I say, Orlin, come down here. So he crawls down onto the floor, and he lays with me on the floor, and we're sitting there in the dark, and I'm just saying, Orlin, I had the most terrible dream. And he goes, yeah, I checked on you at like 3 p.m. and you were snoring. And he's like, I just got back from the place that made these. And he said that he put it down next to me. And as soon as he put it next to me, I was snoring. I went and hugged it. He didn't talk to me. I didn't say a word. I just knew to hug it. And that's when I told him, I'm like, well, I had a dream about being separated from you in the middle of a war. And, you know, I lost a friend. A lady got blown up in front of me. I got discriminated for being gay. I couldn't speak to anyone. It was very scary. And I probably, when you put the pillow next to me, I probably imagined it was you. Maybe it was that moment I saw you in the carriage of the Amish truck. And he's like, what are you talking about? It was so scary. And sad and happy at the same time because I died next to him, you know? I always tell myself if I ever pass away, if I ever die, I would love to do it next to him. Like, I wish it could just happen together, holding hands at the same time. And I know it's not going to be that way. Excuse me, we're at the end of the mukbang. None of you guys are eating, I hope, right? I don't know why. I don't know why, I'm sorry. Just, you know, I know some of you guys are watching that are married. I know some of you guys that are watching and you're married and you're in love. And imagine dying next to your husband. It's sad, but also the best thing you could ever want. That's what I want. So, anyways, that concludes my epic story time. Oh, I can't eat these. These got so burnt. Lesson of the day. Do not fry anything. I'm all worked up. Do not fry anything in nonstick pans. Okay, this was for 20 seconds. I'm like, oh shoot, take them out right now. Let's turn the camera off and talk about this. And then this is an aluminum pan. Look at that. This was for like 4 minutes. Oh, I'm full. I can't eat them. They're too gross anyways. So anyways, I hope you thought my dream was interesting. I don't know. It was very emotional for me. So if you enjoyed watching me feast on these delicious mozzarella sticks, please give this video a thumbs up right now. And if you're new, please consider subscribing. I make new videos every single day, and you have to do something else besides just subscribe. You have to click the bell. Ding dong! It's right next to the subscribe button on your phone, on the computer. It's also next to the subscription button on your iPad. Yeah. So you click that so that you get an email or someone tells you when my, because it's no guarantee that my videos will reach you. So please do that if you enjoy my show, if you enjoy me eating. If not, don't click it because I will annoy you every day with my notifications when I make videos. And that dream was so real. It was like as if that woman I knew in real life. I know it's all fake in my dreams, but I almost feel like she's watching. It's so weird. You know, you're dreaming of other people. Like I dreamed of Orlin. Well, I'm not gonna say the YouTuber. That's a little funny. She was coming to a collab with me. If I say it, you guys are gonna freak out. I don't know why her of all people. I don't even watch her that much. But anyway, she was coming over to Columbia to collab with me. You know, I imagine people that are in my life. That Colombian old lady that spoke English and helped me around and threw me out the window. I feel like you're watching. You know, you're someone I actually know, but I can't put my finger on it. Thanks for helping me and being nice and not criticizing me. Oh, I remember, because when I said, well, that was me for being gay, and she was just like, oh, I agree because my son's gay. So that was nice. So some woman out there who's watching, you have a son who's gay and you liked watching my videos. If you're one of those ladies, I'm dreaming of you because you helped me. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter because I follow everybody back. Follow me on Instagram. Twitter, Instagram, and I go on YouNow, so I'm all over the internet. So thanks for your time, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.